Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. It's a weekend. So, where are we? Is it a weekend? It is. 24th and the 25th, moon starting out in Aries and pretty quickly going into lovely earthy Taurus early Saturday morning, at least where I am. Okay, I have some of your 3 rules for life. These have been pouring in and I am loving this. Okay. Let me just get my code into my phone. Oh my God. Yeah, got them, saved them here. Right, Novelina, hello Novelina, long time subscriber and fully crowned gem star. My rules are very simple here, be kind. That is a really good rule. Somebody once gave me advice on, this, I have to get this past YouTube, on finding a, romantic partner, or a husband or wife or whatever you want to call it. I don't know anymore what you'd call it, but a person to walk through life with you. And they said, make sure they're good in bed and make sure they're kind. And I thought, that's not bad advice, actually. Now, I know, Novelina, that you haven't said it that way, but I'm just adding my little sprinkle there. Give without expectations. Rest wherever possible. That is particularly true. Okay, AS9198. Let me know your, you don't have to give me your name, but just, I love giving a shout out because you are a gem star too. And it's just good to have some sort of a name rather than YouTube sort of giving you a number. Okay, 3 rules, and I love this. Always have something to look forward to, even if it's a small thing. And my grandma, so I have an Italian heritage, which is quite weird. Although not weird when you look at photos and stuff, because you see all the women, like, even my mum actually, and you wouldn't really believe this to look at me, but my mum's mum, like, they look more and more like a nonna. They've got this black, like really curly, kind of really grows out quite wild hair, and that look, that sort of statuesque nose, and this sort of, I don't know, they do look quite Italian, but then, yeah, we don't. But anyhow, why was I even saying that? Yes, so grandma, she used to say the same, always have something to look forward to, just have something to get out of bed for. And I know at a time in my own life, a few years ago, when I had a bit of a wobble, I know my friend, who is the same friend who did a tarot reading for me once, and all the Tauruses will know this because I often talk about this on the Taurus monthly reading. She was drunk and had a packet of tarot cards in her hand, tripped on a bit of carpet, cards went everywhere, and there was 3 upstanding, like 3 flipped the right way and the rest were down. She was like, there's your reading. Anyway, and God, it was a blinding reading. It was so accurate, unbelievably accurate. And then she said to me during this wobbly time, if you can't do anything else, when you have those times where you don't really know how to get out of the house or get out of bed or whatever it is, she said, and of course she couldn't really do this now because this was years ago, but she said, just go to the newsagents, and here in the UK, and I don't know if it's the same in other countries, but we used to have a lot of corner shops or newsagents that would literally sell loads and loads of newspapers and sweets and, drinks and stuff like that. And she said, go every day, buy a newspaper. That's all you have to do. Don't even have to read it. And that little practice just kept me going. It's very clever advice. So, okay. Respect yourself. Yes. Music, art and books can get you through a lot. Yes. Yes, yes and yes to you, AS9198. Okay. I love this. I love this, and I really hope, because I don't know if you're a regular watcher to the channel, but I hope so, because I love this. Deck Magnet 2072. I'm a Capricorn. I like Capricorns. I get on very well with Capricorns. One of my inner circle of besties, well, the fairy godfathers, one of them is a Capricorn. Okay. always wash your hands. 100%. 100%. I am such a stickler for this, and I literally can't. It's awful. It's one of the few things that will almost make me incandescent with rage. I just can't stand it. Can't stand it in chefs, can't stand it in people coming out of toilets, the whole bit. Wash your hands, because it does solve such a lot of things. You don't have to be obsessive about it, because that's a whole other story. But just, and it's also kind of respectful for the next person going in to do whatever, or who you're making a sandwich for or whatever. But yes, yes. Never answer the door unless they called beforehand. Now, I'm guessing you're younger, because I saw a TikTok on this the other day that talk about millennials and generation, is it Gen X? And who answers the door and who doesn't. So for us, Gen X, and chip in if you're Gen X, everybody went to everybody's house all the time. Depending, like when I grew up, you'd be in and out of each other's houses, because there was no social media, you know, that kind of thing. So I would always say never answer the door unless you've had a look who it is. Yes, and of course we've now got doorbell ring camera thingies or whatever. So yeah, have a shifty, have a look. But yes, okay. Prepare, and this is just a pièce de résistance, okay? Prepare all fish dishes outside or not at all. Drop the mic, that's the rule. Dem is the rules, because, I replied actually to you, I was saying that is reminiscent of too many bad house shares. Been there, where there's like 8 of you and then somebody whacks a massive fish on the grill with no foil or anything, and just stinks out the whole kitchen. I know, you're like, oh, because actually it's not even while it's cooking that it's bad, it's the next day, isn't it? So there's that, and then there's also, which I've also said in my reply to you, if you've ever worked in an open plan office, and please let me know. I worked in an open plan office. God, I struggled with it. I like open plan things, actually. But believe it or not, and I have told you all this before, but, you know, I do have an alter ego, Gemma the lorry driver. I'm quite a sweary Mary. And I used to find that in my sort of working day, I would just swear a lot in talking, because that's how I talk with my friends and stuff. I'm not allowed to talk like it on YouTube, or I'd be doing it with you. So I found that difficult. Like, people like, really? I'd be like, potty mouth. But the other thing was, if someone slaps a mackerel on in the microwave, and for some reason in an office, that smell just permeates so much more than it ever does when you're at home, doesn't it? It reeks. And you've got to have a lot of balls in the office to whack some kind. Oh God, I remember my boss trying to reheat some fish that she brought from home. Fish that she brought from home. I know. Ugh, horrid, horrid. So yes, you're winning. Oh, there's the cards. There you go. In honour of my friend, the cards are here. They've literally held themselves to the floor. We're using Mary Cullinane. I think it's Mary. Is it just those two? There are some days when, and I told you, didn't I? Oh yeah, look over there. What's that? Oh my God, I've got to get that one, because I haven't even used that deck. So we're going to have that. Oh Jesus, there are. Oh Christ. Honestly, the things you find, right, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to try not to knock the camera over. Oh my God. These are the things you find. Okay, so it's just the instructions, so it's not a card. That. Where did the other pumpkin go? I really love this thing as well. I'm going to have to look for that now. Right. See if there's a straight pumpkin. So there's only 2 cards. Let's take another one. There will be more, by the way. I'll be reading out more of those 3 rules, because I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Shall I tell you one from my mum? This is always, honestly, never put it in writing. Now, it doesn't mean you never say anything. But, and of course, actually it does apply more because now we have email and all sorts. She said, if you're talking or you're saying something, don't put it in writing unless you're prepared for everyone to read it. And that now has so much more kind of effect with photographs and all sorts, really. Just don't put it in writing. Okay. God, what an interesting bunch of cards. Okay. Overall, got two. Overall energy cards. Woof. We have, I read that as Rage of Swords then as well. We have the Page of Swords. Mercury is honestly kicking in like there's no tomorrow. So Page of Swords, and I do not know that animal. I'm thinking, as I ought to at least take a guess, a weasel. Any thoughts, let me know. But Page of Swords is the formation of an idea or the beginning of a conversation. Okay, it's all very itty bitty type stuff. We've got no major arcanas at all. We do have an ace as another overall energy, but we have all minor and pagey stuff, which is fine. You know, some weekends, and it's a bank holiday one in the weekend. Yeah, some of the times that's the energy. It's on this more minor scale. So we've got Page of Swords, we've got the Ace of Swords. Now, is that a bat? Because that is not an animal. That is a... I don't know what that is. I'm not good on plants either. It could be a lily sort of thing. Anyway, Ace of Swords is some kind of enigmatic, but also swing, kind of ting, light bulb goes on and all of a sudden you know something. But Mercury's retrograde in the biggest way. So although you're going to know something, it's that thing that I told you about the other day, where there is a bell ringing in a tower in another village far away, but you sort of ding ding, there's like a little, you can hear, the semblance of something, but you don't know what it is. Okay, and don't bother trying to get closer to find out, because that's not the energy that we're in. Okay, Four of Swords, hedgehog, I'm reckoning. Oh, love me a hedgehog. Four of Swords. And this is literally about letting it go, resting on your laurels, not trying to work things out, no point. And that's relaxing sometimes, because by not working it out, you'll work it out. That's the way it is sometimes. Five of Pentacles, and I'm reckoning that, see, I don't know, is it an owl or a peregrine falcon? Anyway. There's Five Pentacles. It's Mercury in Taurus. I know that much. Again, it's a lonely way of thinking, the Five of Pentacles. You could comfort yourself, but you're not going to. It's best to be a realist about this and to be curious and to stay open and to have a nap about it and not to pad out the information you get to make yourself feel better. Just leave it as it is. It is what it is, literally. Then we have the Page of Cups, which is rather nice because there's some kind of emotion coming in about it. As to the animal, I really have no idea with this one. Is it a beaver? I don't know. Answers on a postcard, please. But the Page of Cups, along with the Page of Swords, is like an idea and a little bit of feeling, and maybe the start of an answer and a little bit of apology, but none of it is settled, okay? And then we have the Eight of Swords. Now, this is an owl. So the other one is probably a falcon or something. But that's an owl, I think. I'm pretty sure. Eight of Swords, I think, is Jupiter in Gemini. It's a sense of being restricted when you really want to push out, okay? Don't worry about it, because this desire to push out and the restriction creates a creative friction. Oh my God. Creates a creative friction. Okay. Speaking of that, that is a porcupine. 9 of Wands. Well protected. Oh, is it like, that's almost like it's like spiked a fox. Is it spiked a fox? Gosh, that's a little bit over the top, isn't it? Yeah, just have your boundaries as much as you can. You know, as much as you can. Someone's just started like heartily sanding as well. We got away with it right until the end. I'm literally gonna, I can't even say on YouTube what I want to do with that sander. Okay, let's have a very quick recap. Oh my God, look at the state of that. Right. We'll do the best we can with what we've got, people, because the camera it's just, yeah. There you go. That looks semi-okay, doesn't it? I mean, it's all on the wonk, but never mind. Right. So, Page of Swords, the beginning of an idea, a thought, a speech. Ace of Swords, actually some zippity-doo-dah coming in, but it's the clanging of a dull bell that's miles away in the bell tower. 4 of Swords, take rests and naps mentally and physically whenever, without any apology or explanation. 5 of Pentacles, it's a lonely way of getting to discover things, but this is actually your own particular way, path and truth, okay? Page of Cups, there's the unfolding of something affectionate, of love, of something heartwarming about it, but we don't know what. 8 of Swords, there is the friction, the creative friction of being restricted but feeling expansive. And the 9 of Wands, have your boundaries in place because it will save you time and energy, and you're going to need to conserve that as much as you can. That went well, actually. I mean, we've got the sanding effect, but we haven't had the shining ice cream van or anything like that. Any more of your 3 rules for life, very, very welcome. I'm going to keep doing those for a little while, actually, because I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are too, and I will see you soon. Namaste.